everyone, happy November. I hope you're all doing well. It's good to be back. I do want to preface this at the beginning. If you do hear mass winds or mass rain or anything like that, loud rain, it is because we've got a bit of an after effects of a cyclone passing through. So nothing too bad here, but just a lot of rain and a lot of wind. So if my microphone does pick that up, that's what you're hearing. So apologies in advance if that comes through. But let's get straight into it. We are going over, as the title probably says, we're going over some base building tips to help you in Core Keeper. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, first things first, when you're first starting, you're usually basing your main base around the core. Now, I'm in creative mode, so I don't have the core here, but I'm basing this on what my first base looked like. To be fair, my base looked absolutely horrendous when I first started. We had chests everywhere. At the beginning of Core Keeper, you had to have every single workbench ever to use. There was no like arrow on the left or anything like that. So we had every single workbench. Whereas here we just have the main ones up here and all the main stuff that you need. But I'm basing this on, I think, phase 2 of my base where, the update came through and we were able to have just little amounts of stuff. And then we kind of just put everything in one area and left it there, and then put other things in another area, left it there, and didn't really methodically section things out properly. Like, we didn't have any doors. Our beds were everywhere. We had a whole rail system going through our core and around our core, and going through like the bedrooms. The only people that had bedrooms were our NPCs, and that's because you had to have a door. Whereas the rest of us, didn't have doors, didn't have anything, wasn't, aesthetically pleasing to look at. Definitely not. So this is what I assume, this is what I would do if I started again nowadays. This is how I would have it before I actually, got the materials to start making it look pretty. And pretty in my eyes is things with doors. Please have doors. Especially, maybe some enemies come in and then they trash everything. So doors are important. Especially if you're not setting up your base at the core and you're doing it somewhere else and then you get a raid, then having really good structural walls and then also doors is very helpful to keeping everything intact. So we are going to go through all the different things that you can use to make your base look more natural looking, or even more to the theme that you're going for, whether it be future tech thing, like using the alien technology and then also using the metropolis technology, or whether it be more natural looking, so you're looking to use Azalea's wilderness stuff and meadow stuff, or you want to go full tropical and go in full ocean theme. We're going to go look at that and we'll start from here. Let's go. Alright, so these are all the natural items that you can pick up from all the different biomes. So the dirt biome, always want to say the wood biome. The dirt biome has the least amount, but that's because it's the one you first start in, and it also has a cute little sub biome too. But you can get these crates and you pick them up with a spade, and it will highlight that you can do that with a spade, and then you'll be able to place them down, and they'll look different based on where they're placed on the map. Then you can get the dirt ground, the turf ground, and also the sand ground as well is spawning in the dirt biome. And then you've got these one, two, three, and there's a fourth one. 4 structures that you can pick up with a high mining damage. So I think you just have to get a few points in, and then you'll be able to get it. And you can pick these up, and they're only once per world, and I don't think they always spawn, but yeah, these are the ones, and it should be semi close to your core, so you just got to find the room, and then they'll all be in there. Then we've got the meadow sub-biome. So we've got a meadow tree, meadow grass, and meadow tall grass, and then we've got the meadow ground as well. So if you use this for your cattle area or something like that, then it will definitely spice up your base. Then next we've got the stone biome. We've got a lot of stuff here. So these pedestals, you don't use a shovel to pick these up, you just use your hand. These are the crates that you can pick up here, and same with these ones here. Then these are some chairs. These are some tiles that you can pick up, so cabling tile and then dark cabling tile. Then we've got a table, a well, a throne, which I am not sure, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure you can only get this in Malagas's throne room, but don't quote me on that. Then we've got a toilet which you can sit on, and then we've got a bed which is unfunctional but still cool looking, and then we've got the stone floor here as well. Then moving on, we've got the clay area. So we've got some hive growths, some clay pots, some cooking equipment, some skewers, chairs that aren't functional, some rugs, some spare racks, and a tent, and then we've got the hive ground and the clay ground here as well. Then moving on, we've got the azalea section. So we've got some nice green trees here. They work great with the meadow trees as well if you sprinkle them around, because they look the same, and also green is a nice color. Then we've got a tent, we've got some tall grass and some short grass, then a bed, not functional unfortunately, some flowers that you do pick up with the spade, and then also some other crates. Then we've got the azalea water, which these water decorations only come in the azalea water. So we've got some kelp and then also some water lilies. So the kelp you can pick up with the spade, same with the water lilies, but you can also hoe up the water lilies as well. And then this is the azalea green grass ground here. Then in the sub-biome, we've got the mold biome. So we've got these moldy trees, which look like they've got oranges growing on them. Trust me, they're not oranges. Then we've got some mold pillars, a mold well, then these mold vessels, and then the mold ground here as well. Moving on to the sunken sea decorations, which is this kelp tree. Then we've got these wooden signs, the core ones, and then also the glow tulip ones. Then moving on, we've got this fishing rack, which is interactable, so you can put fish on here and display them. And then this table and these chairs, and these 3 items can only be found. They can't be crafted, and they're only found in certain scenes within the ocean biome. Then we've got some tall kelp, some short kelp, got some crates again, and some beach jellyfish. Then we've got some actual jellyfish in here that you can get with a spade again, and same with the coral in there as well. And then we've also got the ocean sand ground here as well. Moving on, we have the metropolis items, which are my favorite to decorate with. So we've got some pillars here, we've got a metropolis gate that you can pick up with high mining damage as well. Then we've got the large bookshelf, small bookshelf. We've got a nice fireplace, the broken vending machine, and the functional vending machine, which you can buy stuff with. Then the big table, small table, bunch of broken hollow boards and functioning hollow boards. Then some crates and some chairs as well, or seats. And then some ground tiles, a nice little lamp post thing, a pedestal, and the decorative 3-pot here, as well as the city flooring that we have here. And just over here we have some extra ocean decorations. So we've got with the new update that came with the Shimmering Frontier, we got some more ocean decorations to put in the water, and you can collect them from the ocean while you're in your boat as well. So these are some dish coral, some bicolor corals, and yeah, they just look very pretty. And depending on where you place some of them, they'll change color from blue to red. So we've got a lot of large structures that you can pick up with, as you guessed it, high mining damage. And then some of them you can pick up, like these small rocks here, you can pick up just normally. There's this nice little tree, some pillars, and some items from the throne room that you can find. Then some desert flower things and these flower things as well. So you can just pick these up normally, and then the flowers you pick up with a spade. Then some rugs, which are really cool. I love these rugs. I love putting them as a statement piece in my like home section that I have. And then some urns, the desert flooring here, and then if we move on, we have the molten quarry sub-biome. So we've got a lot of molten like quarry items for mining and working in the quarry. And we've got a crate here as well. Then we've got the molten lava ground, molten lava itself as the water type or liquid type, and then we've got a molten rock here. Then we've got some graves, and then an open grave that you can find in the mazes, and we've got some maze floor and some temple floor as well. Then lastly, we're on the crystal biome, or the Shimmering Frontier biome. So we've got some crystal trees here that give off mass light, as you can see, as well as the sun crystals as well. So these are sun crystal trees, and then these are sun crystals. Big and small, you can pick them up with your spade. So yeah, they will all be available. And when you break them, you may or may not get a valuable from them, or a seed or something like that, just like the normal crates. Then we've got a crystal tent that you can find in a scene. Then some crystal grass, tall and short. Some alien tech crates that you will get stuff from, or you can just pick them up and they look like this. Radiation crystals, when you break them, they can be placed down again, so they can be used. Then we've got some obelisks. We've got tall and small obelisk here, and then tall and small alien obelisks here. Then we've got a decorational piece here, and then another light, a vent, and then we've got the crystal floor, and then the alien tech floor as well. So we've got the cicada from the dirt biome that you can find. Then there's the mold cicada that you can find in one of the mold dungeons, where this cicada will give you a poison sickle as a weapon, and it's pretty good to get at that level. And so yeah, so you just click on it, and then it will come up with a little thing, and it will show the poison sickle, and you can collect that, and then you can also collect the cicada at the same time. And then lastly, the one that we most recently got in the Shimmering Frontier update, which was called the Failed Titan, where it failed its metamorphosis stage and didn't turn into a Titan, and this is the result we got, which is crazy. It looks amazing, and even if it did turn into a Titan, I cannot imagine fighting whatever this thing was going to turn into. So yeah, glad with what we got, but you can use these as statement pieces in wherever you want. You can create like a zoo for them. You can put them in the middle of your base. You can center your entire base around them. It's up to you about what you want to do with these items. And yeah, let's move on to all the craftable decorations. So here is all the craftable floors that we have. So we have, these are all in a line, by the way, so they'll go wood, stone, and so on. So we've got wood flooring, stone flooring, paintable flooring, lit flooring, which is also paintable, scarlet flooring, coral flooring, galaxite, glass, because you can see the reflection, straw, gleamwood, and rugs. Woven mats aren't craftable, but I did put them here as you can find them in the Azaeos scenes and also in the Sunken Sea scenes. Then we've got bridges, so we've got wooden bridges, stone bridges. Then this is the bridge that you can find in the molten lava sub-biome. They're just on the ground over the lava. Unfortunately, it would be really cool if these were the only bridges that were being able to be used over the molten lava, but you can still use just your normal bridges. Then we've got the Scarlet Bridge, coral, galaxite, glass, gleamwood, and then just chucked here we've got the snow ground, which you can craft at the Christmas workbench, so I've just chucked that in there. Then over here we've got the walls and their doors. So we've got wood wall and wood door, stone wall, stone door, then the paintable walls, which you can obviously paint. Then we've got scarlet wall and scarlet door, coral walls, unfortunately no coral door, which I would love a coral door. Same with the galaxite, I would love a galaxite door, but unfortunately no, none of those doors exist, so it's just the walls. Then we've got glass walls. I don't think a glass door would work, so yeah, pretty good idea on that one. We've got straw walls, no straw door, gleamwood wall and gleamwood door, and yes, the gleamwood glows. It glows a lot. And then we've got the snow wall as well. Then we have the stalagmites here. So these are all the stalagmites that you can find in the ground, and you can use your spade to get them out. They won't be where you're looking. It will be one tile up is where you pull it out from. And so then these are the ones you find in the dirt biome, stone biome. Then these are the ones you find in the molten quarry, which look amazing. Azaeos area, Metropolis area, desert area, and then the Shimmering Frontier area. So this is the crystal stalagmites, and then these are the alien tech stalagmites. Moving on to fences and gates. So these are the basic first fences that you can get. They look really great around around like a farm or something like that. So this is the first one. You can open it, you can go through it, simple thing. Then these are the stone fence and gate, scarlet fence and gate, coral fence and gate, which I love using the coral around a turtle pen, just to go with that ocean theme, and I'll usually give them some coral to spice up their area, but we'll go over that later. Then we have the galaxite fence and gate, which I love the galaxite fence. It just is so simple with like a touch of, galaxite splashed in there. And then my favorite one at the moment, thank you, Julian, is the Gleamwood fence and door. It is, yeah, it just looks like you're coming up to such like a heavenly aspect. So yeah, one of my fave fences and gates at the moment. It just looks so beautiful. We have all the potted plants here that you can find in the different biomes of the game. This one is not a potted plant, but it's a singing crystal, and it's able to be placed down. So I just put it with the potted plants because it looks cool. But these are all the different ones that you can find throughout the different biomes. Some of them you can clearly see where they come from, like this meadow grass one, or this crystal shimmering frontier one, or the alien tech one. You know, it's pretty obvious. Then we have some items that you will find out and about, or you know, when you die. And then also all the different musical items. So unfortunately we can't place, like, let's say we can't place a piano down by itself. You have to put it on a pedestal. But if you wanted to create like a musical room or something like that, these are all the different music sheets that we have, and all you have to do is pick up an instrument and then right click on the music sheet you want, and it will start moving and playing what you want to hear. And then you right click to get out and put your instrument back. And as simple as that. I've got a nice conductor dude here. Thank you, Conductor Caveling. That will be all. But yeah, these are some of the things that you can make. Then over here we've got all the different paintbrushes that we have available, and you can craft them at the paintbrush table. And I just put them on pedestals to better show them off and what color the pedestals will be with that paintbrush. And second to last, we have all the different seasonal items that you can get. So when we have a seasonal event, we will get our seasonal merchant will change into that event, and we'll give a workbench where you can create all the items. And you have to collect a bunch of stuff to craft that stuff. So during Easter, you collected all these eggs, and then you could craft stuff based on that. So I like the Easter event because of the daisy flooring, where if you put it on grass ground or something like that, it looks so nice, and it just looks natural, really, really natural, especially when you put it around especially when you put it on meadow ground and then you put a bunch of trees around it, it just looks beautiful. Then over here we have the Love Day / Valentine's Day event. So we got a bunch of bouquets and a workbench again. These walls are not what comes with it, but these walls are what it looks like when you paint them pink, so I thought it just looked really nice. We got 2 wall decorations, some hearts, and then a canvas painting with a love heart on it. We got some rose petals on the ground as well, which, by the way, if you pair these rose petals with this cherry blossom tree and put them around on the ground, it looks so natural and it looks so perfect. It's such a good combination. And then as I pointed out, so we have the cherry blossom event that happened. We got 2 trees that you can get. To be fair, this is my favorite cherry blossom tree, but I do love pairing the rose petals with this cherry blossom tree to make it look more natural looking. Then we have the Halloween event. These were the items from last year's Halloween event, and these are the items from this year's Halloween event. Definitely very spooky looking. Love it. And I also love the new dresser that we got as well. And this is a rug on the ground. And we got some new tiles, and the walls are from the event. You can craft these walls from there. And lastly, we have the Christmas event. And these are not all of the items that you can create. You can create so many more. These are all just the main ones. You can also create some fireworks, and they go off and they're really cool. And you can give food, and if you give them rare food, then you'll get better items. And yeah, and there's so many valuables that you can get. I will just show off the fireworks now. This is just a normal firework. There. And then with the big one, this is what it looks like. And it's amazing. One of the best items that came with the Christmas event with the fireworks. So yeah, so these are all the different items. You get some snowmen, you've got some snowball pyramids, you've got a massive table, another different fireplace which looks a bit more homey. Yeah, you've just got all the decorations you want at your hands, and a whole bunch of I think there's two armors that you can get out and about. I know there's the gingerbread one, and I know there's the Santa hat as well. I can't remember if there's anything else that you can get from the cavelings, but that looks sick. And yeah, Christmas is one of the favorite ones, especially since they have my favorite item, which is the Paintable Festive wall lights. You can paint them and it looks awesome. They do have the multicolored ones. They're not paintable, but the Paintable Festival wall lights are your best friend. They will make any place look amazing when you put those down. So let's move on to a small overview of all the paintable items that we have available. I did a full review of all of this in my helpful tips that you need to know in Core Keeper video, which was one of my first videos. So if you want to get a full in-depth look at each item and what it looks like to be painted, definitely go ahead and watch that. We don't have the glass painted in that video, so I will touch briefly on that in this video. But yes, these are all the different items that can be painted in the game. We've got lamps, we've got columns, we've got pressure plates, and we've got torches on the wall. Then here we've got all the rugs, the loose flooring, the paintings, the Paintable Festival wall lights here, as you can see. And then if we go down, we've got the beds, we've got the dressers, we've got tables, we've got mannequins, we've got water bucket things, we've got throw pillows. All these are different colors. The dresses, as I said, and unfortunately there's a bug at the moment and it will not let me show you what these look like, but we have these ones. Oh wait, never mind, they're gone again. Thank you so much. But also thank you, Frederick, for fixing this in the future. I love you. This is the worst bug in the world. Anyways, we had it for a brief moment. We'll take it. But at least the glass works. So the glass goes in the same line as the colors here. So obviously white is the same as the basic color because glass is transparent. Then we've got grey, we've got black, we've got brown. Red is really cool. That makes a cool effect there. Orange, yellow, green, blue, cyan, purple, pink. Yeah, I should probably use something. And so this is the glass flooring, the glass bridges painted, and then the glass thick wall and then the glass thin wall here. We have all the different water types with glass over top and it then being painted. So we've got the basic water, acid water, the mold water, shimmering frontier crystal water, sunken sea water, and the lava liquid here. So these are all the different water types with glass over top and then being painted as well. So this is what molten lava looks like with black glass over top. Then this is what the shimmering water looks like, the crystal water looks like with red painted glass over top. Acid water with red over top. Acid water with green or purple or pink. The shimmering frontier water is the best for this sort of stuff. It just comes off looking so bright and nice, but also green over top of molten lava looks very, very cool. Like, I don't think I would ever do pink over molten lava. It just looks like a massive pink splodge. But the green looks very, very cool, almost toxic looking. And you can build a lot around that. So that's everything that we have here that's more in the natural side of things, using natural environments. And as an example to help you, we are now going to go into me going through a few people's bases and showcasing their either their most favorite or my most favorite parts to look at in their base. I will credit them, obviously. I will show whose base is whose, but I hope this definitely helps you in getting some inspiration for your own base. Definitely don't copy people's bases like place for place because that's their own passion, but I do hope that this helps you find your own inspiration and find your own theme that you want to go for. And hopefully by the time that you want to do your base and you set up a dresser, this bug doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into those showcases. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.